Hey, and welcome to Girl Be Free, a podcast designed to help women get unstuck and cultivate the life you want on your terms. I'm Siobhan, your host, and I'm passionate about empowering women to live their best life. Each week, you'll hear pep talks that will inspire and push you to take action so you too can start to be free and live the life you want. You can learn more about me at BeFreeProject.com. Now let's jump into the show. Hey, welcome back to another episode of the Girl Be Free podcast. I am your host, Siobhan, and again, Happy New Year. I'm not sure how long we're supposed to say Happy New Year. Maybe it's throughout the month of January, but anywho, I definitely want to say it again for you. All right, so let's kick it off with what I am loving this week. So I just downloaded today an app called Libby, which is Libby, and it's a sister app, I believe, to Overdrive. And basically it's where you can download ebooks and audiobooks from your local library. And I will confess that I'm not necessarily an audiobook type of person. I prefer to hold my book, smell the pages, highlight, write in my books, all that jazz. However, more recently, I've been reading audiobooks, listening to audiobooks because I have so many books that I want to read, but there's not enough time in the day. So I think this is a good balance of being able to read certain books and listen to some and getting more reading in. So definitely check it out. And one cool thing about it, if you're someone who has like a Kindle, you can place a hold for your book through the app, the Libby app, and then send that book to your Kindle. It's very user friendly. It's a really cute app. You can see how many books that you have downloaded in the app. You can also see your wait list. You can search for new books in the app and all that jazz, and you can add as many libraries as you want. So I am really in love with the app. I actually texted out to my friends today, so I want to share that on a podcast. All right, this week I want to dedicate this episode to the Show Up For You challenge. So I mentioned it last week, but I wanted to have a whole episode just about the challenge. If you have not signed up yet for the Show Up For You challenge, the link is in the show notes. So where did this idea come from? I was having a conversation with a friend back in the summer. We went on a road trip, and she was sharing some things that have been going on in her life, and she was just in a space of just being frustrated, overwhelmed, and she just wanted more for her life. And so I challenged her. I said, what if you spent a whole year of doing you? Like whatever that looked like, whatever that felt like in your personal life, your career life, how can you show up for yourself even more? And so commit to doing exactly what you wanted to do unapologetically. And so she was so excited about the challenge. I was excited. And then later on, I don't know if it was that same weekend or a few days later, I did a Facebook Live in my group, and I told the ladies in my community about the conversation I had. And I said, I too want to challenge you ladies to, do you for a year. And so there were some people who was like, yes, I'm doing it, Siobhan. I am going to do me. And I know my one friend, Terdon, committed to 60 days of weight loss and really working on like her spiritual self, and she has been doing amazing. And then there's other ladies who shared with me that they had started this doing me challenge, and they were really committed to putting themselves first. So I wanted to have more of a, I guess, challenge for everyone, and not just doing you, but how can you show up for yourself? I shared in the last podcast that my word for 2018 is shift. So that means that every area of my life needs to be shifting upward, and I need to be doing the work. Well, the theme is to show up, and I feel like I've been doing a good job, but I can do a much better job at showing up for myself. And when I thought about that, I said, okay, it's not just for me, but it's for everyone that's connected to me. Like I want to see my supporters, my audience, my community. Like I want to see you ladies show up for yourself like never before. So we have the Show Up For You challenge, which is a 5-day challenge where you are going to commit to putting you first without hesitation, without guilt, without feeling like you're neglecting someone. You are going to commit to showing up for yourself for 1 full week. And it's starting on January 15th, which is a Monday. So what exactly do I mean by showing up for yourself? I want you to think about that thing that you've been putting off, or that thing that you're most fearful of, or that thing that you said someday I'll get to that when I have more time. Whatever the first thing that comes to your mind is, that is what I want you to challenge yourself to do. So we are all in this challenge together. So I'm not just challenging you, I'm challenging myself as well. But you're choosing what makes sense for you. So let's just say you've been wanting to write a book, but you've just been wasting time or just not sure where to get started, or you haven't fit it into your schedule. Well, this week, or excuse me, not this week, but the week of the challenge, you're going to commit to writing something for that book every single day. Or maybe you're someone who needs to update her resume and your cover letter because you want a different job and you want to advance in your career. That is what you will spend the week doing. Maybe you need to practice self-care, and that means that you need to take a bath, or you need to go for a walk, or you need to really do some inner work this week, or the week of the challenge, to start to put you first. Maybe putting you first and showing up for yourself means you're saying no to other people. Maybe that means that you're journaling more, or you're reading books, or you're listening to a new book on the Libby app, something like that. Whatever showing up for yourself looks and feels like, that is what I want you to commit to. And what I did was, everyone that registers for the challenge, again, it is free. I send you an email and you get a couple of worksheets that will help you work through. So the first worksheet will help you kind of do like a brain dump. So everything that comes to your mind that you want to get done, you kind of brain dump it on this sheet. And then you circle the one that you really want to commit to, or that's most important to you. And then there's a second sheet where it's a checklist. So each day that you commit to your goal or whatever you're working on, you just put a check in a box. Now, the beautiful thing about this challenge is that you're not alone. There's a community. So I created a private Facebook group just for this challenge, so that you have women that will encourage you. I will be in there to support you. I'll do a couple of Facebook lives in the group. And then also you have accountability. And that is the number one thing that I feel like why people fall off track, because they don't have anyone holding them accountable to do what they say they're going to do. So I created a community just for that. And what you also can expect is every day for the 5 days starting on the 15th, you're going to get an email from me, and it's going to be a video where I'm going to share some encouraging words and to empower you and motivate you to show up for yourself that week. So every single week you're going to get a different, or excuse me, every single day you're going to get a different video from me. And then one other thing is that I created a playlist on Spotify that has songs that I absolutely love, that I listen to make me feel inspired and motivated. So you can download that free Spotify playlist just by signing up for Spotify. So those are some of the, I guess, benefits that comes along with the challenge. And then lastly, there is going to be a free live workshop a week after the challenge is over. So on January 23rd, we're going to take it a step further, and I'm going to do a free live workshop to help you to keep the momentum going, so that you can show up for yourself for the entire year and you know exactly what you need to be doing. So I'm really excited about this. Again, I'm not just challenging you, I'm challenging myself as well, because I need to show up in a bigger way than I did in 2017. And so that is what I am working on. Again, make sure you register for the challenge by clicking the link in the show notes, and you'll get it after you register for the challenge. You'll get an email letting you know everything that you need to know, plus the link to join the private Facebook group. Now, why you should be excited about this challenge? Because there is something huge when you get a collective and a community of women together that are encouraging and supporting one another. That is huge right there. Number two is, you've been putting yourself on the back burner for way too long. You've been giving of yourself to others, but you have not given to yourself. And it's time. I think this is now the perfect time for you to put you first. And oftentimes we give so much to other people and we don't fulfill our goals, is because we don't know what we really want. So even that's something that you can spend the week on doing, like figuring out, what do you want for your life, and what's the ideal life that you want for yourself, and then how are you going to make that your reality. But I really want us as women, especially in 2018, whoever is connected to Girl Be Free and Be Free Project, I want you to commit to showing up for yourself like never ever before. And I'm not just challenging you, but I'm challenging myself as well, because I want to look up on January 7th, 2019 and say, you know what? 2018, I killed it. I made sure that every single day I put me first. And these are the things that I was able to accomplish as a result of doing the work. And so that's the challenge for you. So again, it's the Show Up For You challenge. There's going to be a link to sign up and register. It is free, right in the show notes. And then what I want you to do is I want you to share the challenge with your friends. So when you register for the challenge, there'll be some links in the email, as well as after you register, to ask you to share it. Let's get as many women as possible signed up for this challenge so we can all be better, so we can all grow. And if you need to send your friend, just shoot her an email and say, girl, you need to sign up for this challenge right away. Go ahead and do that. So I think that's everything that I wanted to cover for the challenge. And then your action step for this week is going to be the same as last week. Register for the challenge. I want to see as many people as possible sign up for this challenge. I want to help as many women as I can. I really want to see us step out of our comfort zone and really go after everything that we feel that we deserve, and not just feel that we deserve it, but that we're doing the work to make it happen. So that is your action step for this week, to join and subscribe to the challenge, and then share it with at least one friend. We're almost at 100 people that are registered for the challenge, which it hasn't even been a full week, and I'm blown away by that. So thank you to everybody else that already registered. So the next step for you is to share it with your friends, at least one person, and let them know about the challenge. And then that is all that I have for you this week. Thank you so much for tuning in. As always, I would love for you to subscribe to the Girl Be Free podcast, and make sure that you share this podcast with a friend. I've been amazed by the people who have left comments and have sent me emails saying how much this podcast means to them. I've only been doing it for a couple of months, and I have really felt good about getting this information out and sharing in a different way. And so to get the positive feedback is always welcomed. And then lastly, if you have a topic or a question that you would like me to answer on the podcast, I totally don't mind doing that. There is a link for you to submit your question or your topic in the show notes, so feel free to do that. One more thing that I want to mention is that there are still tickets available for the Create the Vision Board Party that's happening Saturday, January 20th in Cleveland, Ohio. And this workshop or Be Free Life class is designed to help you set goals for 2018, come up with an actionable plan, and then design a vision board that aligns with your goals. It's going to be so much fun to be connected with positive, like-minded women who are on a similar path, and you're all going to create your vision together. We'll also have a DJ Queen, Caesar, who will be on the ones and twos, and then it will be catered by Peer Pantry. So this is an amazing workshop, especially if you haven't got your vision board created yet, or you just want to be around other women who can encourage you, motivate you, and make you feel inspired, and then also walk away with an accountability partner to help you stick to your goals throughout 2018. So I will drop a link for the tickets in the show notes. Again, the link is befreeproject.eventbrite.com. There are a few tickets available, so come travel to see me if you're in another state. And then, of course, if you're in Cleveland or surrounding areas, I can't wait to see you. Then lastly, I will be helping facilitate a workshop with Dawn from Daybreak Yoga. She's having a workshop on January 14th, which is self-care. And I will drop the link to register for that workshop as well, but I will be helping with the journaling part. So it's going to be an amazing experience. I've been to a couple of her yoga sessions. I talked about her in the last podcast, but I'll drop the link so that you can register for that. Again, I will be helping. So I will be using the Free Your Mind Journal. So if you have the Free Your Mind Journal, definitely bring it with you to the session. If not, you can purchase a copy at her event. So thank you so much for tuning in. And as always, girl, be free. Thank you so much for listening. Your support means the world to me. Don't forget to subscribe so that you never miss an episode. And if you're feeling really fancy, go ahead and leave a review. Until next time, be free and live.